Okay, now let's have a look at question C. Okay, question 3. Okay. Question 3a says, okay, now in this question, what's happening is we have a scatter plot, okay, in the next page, and we need to use the three medium regression line. Okay, the three medium regression line. So you should have this in your knowledge book, how to do three medium regression line. If you don't, I'm going to show you this one more time, and you are going to write it in your knowledge book. Okay, now let's go to the scatter plot here. Okay, we have a scatter plot. Okay, and each dot is a data. Each dot here is a data. Step 1, okay, I need to find how many data do I have. Okay, so I start counting the number of data. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I have 20 dots. That means I have 20 data. Okay, 20 data. And remember what we're going to do. We're going to do the three medium regression line. Okay, so step 1, I need to separate 20 data. Okay, I need to separate 20 data in three equal sections. Okay, so I need to separate this in three. So okay, I try with my calculator. Okay, 20 divided by 3. So I should have, if I round them up, I should have 7, 7, and 7. Okay, so the idea is, now let me write it down properly. I have section 1, I should have 7. Section 2, I should have 7. And section 3, I should have 7 numbers. Okay. Then what I figured out was 7 plus 7 plus 7 is 21. I only have 20, so it's wrong. So what I do is I change the middle number to a 6. Okay. So section 1 I have 7, section 2 I have 6, and section 3 I have 7. Okay. The reason I do that is, the important reason I do that is when we divide all the data into three equal sections, okay, in most of cases it doesn't fit. Okay, but we need to make sure, always make sure, section 1 must have the same number of data as section 3. That's a rule. Section 1 must have the same number of data as section 3. The middle section can have less or can have more, but section 1 and section 3 must be the same. So if I have 7 in section 1, I should have 7 in section 2. Then I should have 6 in the middle, because 7 plus 6 plus 7 give me a 20. Okay? Now, after that, let's draw lines. Okay. Section 1, I should have 7 data. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After 7 data, I draw a line. Okay. This is section 1. Section 2, I have 6 data. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So after that, I draw a line. Section 2. And section 3, I should have 7 data. Okay, again, section 3. Okay. Then what we need to do is I need to find all the values. Okay. The medium x and the medium y. Now I show you what I'm trying to find. Okay. Remember what we're going to do. We're going to do the 3 medium regression line. Okay. 3 medium. Obviously, we need to find the medium, the middle number of each section. Okay. But now the trick is, okay, the values goes up and down. Okay, so in this case, what we're going to do is I'm going to do. Okay, I need to find the middle number, okay, of the horizontal value. Okay, remember each data has 2 values. For instance, the data here, okay, it reads 1 at the year number, okay, is 1 at the x horizontal axis, and the vertical axis is around 100. Now if I look at it closely, it will be 1, 2, 3. So 116. Okay, it has 2 numbers. Each data has 2 numbers. So what we do is I'm going to find the median of the horizontal number first. Okay. So this is now if I try to find the middle number, okay, I cross a big one, I cross a small one, I cross a big one, I cross a small one horizontally, I cross a big one, I cross a small one. Okay, I have a middle number here, okay, which is 4. Okay. Horizontally speaking, the middle number is 4. So what I do is I go back to my previous page, I write it down. The median of the x section is going to be 4. Okay, and the number of values here will be 7. And now I need to find the median of the y section. So now the vertical section. Okay, now down. Then what I do is I use my eraser. I erase what I did, erase those circles out. Then I try to find the middle number in section 1, the vertical middle number. Okay, so what I do is I find the highest number vertically, take it out, and the lowest number I take it out. I find then the next highest one, the next lowest one, the next highest one, the next lowest one. Then I have the middle number again is this one. If I read it carefully, using a ruler, it's roughly 1 actually it is basically 114. It's 114. So I go to my previous page, the median of y will be 114. Sorry, 114. Yep. Okay. This is the median x and the median y of the lower group. Now let's do the same thing to the middle group. I have 6 numbers in the middle group. Okay, so horizontally speaking, now let me just erase this part, otherwise the graph get messy. Okay. Now I cross a big one. I cross a small one. Horizontally speaking, okay, I cross a big one. I cross a small one. I cross a big one. I left with 2. It's between 10 and 11. Okay. The horizontal x value is between 10 and 11. Okay. So when I try to find the middle number, it's going to be 10 plus 11 divided by 2, which is going to be 10.5. Then I go back to the previous page. The horizontal median, the median x, is going to be 10.5. Okay, because I just found it out. Then I'm going to work on the vertical one. Yep. Okay. Then I need an eraser to erase this out. Okay, now let me do the other one. Let me do the vertical one. Vertically speaking, I need to find the median of section 2. So I cross a higher number, then I cross a lower number, I cross a higher number, I cross a lower number, I left with these two. Okay. I left with these two numbers. Then I found out I should have, okay, well, it's really hard to read from the laptop screen. Okay. I should have 96 here. Okay. This one should be around, say, I can't really read it. Okay, it's going to be, say, 100, sorry, 106, 106. Okay, roughly 106. Now, in the exam, you need to read those carefully. Okay, so the middle number in between must be 106 plus 96 divided by 2. Okay, then it's going to be roughly 102. Okay, 102. So if I try to do it, yep, 102. Or 101. But if you say, sorry, it should be 8, I think. If this should be 8, then I get 102. Okay, it should be 8. I should use my ruler. It's something like this. Okay, it's just hard to draw a straight line with a laptop. Okay, then go back to my previous page. Now the answer here will be 102. Okay, then I do the same thing of the section 3. Okay. Okay. Remember 3 medium regression, 3 sections, and I need to find the horizontal medium, the vertical medium. Okay. Now let me erase this. Okay, let me erase all this. Okay, sorry. Let me erase this. Okay, let's do some work. Okay, I want this line there, but let's do some work with section 3. Okay. Horizontally speaking, I cross a bigger one, I cross a small one, I cross a bigger one, I cross a small one, I cross a bigger one, I cross a small one. I have a median, which is 17. Okay. Go back to my previous page. I should have 17. The next page, I need to do the vertical part. Yep. Okay. Now vertically, I cross a higher one, I cross a smaller one. The highest, say the smallest, the highest, the smallest, I should have this one. If I read it, it should be somewhere 75. Okay, I need to really read it closer. It should be 75. Okay, so just use a ruler, read it down the other side. It's 75. Okay, go back. I should have 75. Then it's done. Now it's not done yet, but we completed this table. Okay. Okay, but let me tell you what this table means. Okay. Now, this table told me some very important information. Okay, so this table gives me 3 median points. Okay. Point 1 will be 404. Okay, because the median x and the median y gave me this section, gave me this value. Okay. The middle group gave me this point, 10.5 and 102. the coordinate, and the upper value gave me 17. Sorry, the upper group gave me this coordinate. This is three very important coordinates. Okay. Now, for question 2, okay, actually, I think it's question 2 or question 7. Now, sorry, for question 1, after that, we need to AND. The question asked me to AND a 3 medium regression line. I need to write a line on there. So remember these 4 points. Okay. Let's write it down on the next page. Let's write down here. Okay. Let me erase the rest. Okay. Let's put them there. The first point is 4 and 114. Okay. So what I do is I go there, I find number 4, and I horizontally go to 4, then I go up to 114. So 10 is here, 114 should be this point. Okay. I label it. Actually, I label it with a big dot. Okay. Then the next point is 10.5 to 102. Okay. So that's 11 to 10.5 should be in the middle to 102. So 100 is here, 102 should be somewhere here. Okay. Then draw a big dot. Okay. If you can, okay, if you can, write down the coordinate of those points. Okay. So this one, the previous one was 4, 114. This one is 10.5, 102. Okay. Just in case, the reason we write this down is in the exam, just in case if you somehow plotted it wrong, okay, the examiner knows. The examiner knows it is just a careless mistake, so you lose less mark. Okay, so write down the coordinates. Now let's go on to the next part, which is 17 and 75. 17 and 75 should be this one there. Exactly, that's easy. Okay, so 17, 75. Okay. Then what we do is you need to use your ruler. Okay. I'm using my pen to draw a line. Okay. That best fit those three. Draw a line that best fits those 3 points only. Right. Regardless the rest of points, only these 3 points. So now remember, I'm drawing this on my laptop, so I don't really have a ruler, and it's really hard for me to draw. But if you have a ruler, you should be able to draw something like this, a straight line, okay, with a ruler. Okay. And your graph in the SAC, your line in the SAC must have a better looking than the one I just drew. Okay. Okay, this is question 3A. Okay. 3 medium regression line.